How's it going, everyone, and welcome to Wizard101 Guides Studios up in here. So today we're going to be doing the road to 110. This is going to be a little bit weird because a few days ago, before the drama started, I made I think it was episode maybe 89 or 90, maybe episode 90, and I made this video, the road to 110, obviously, and I just did my usual thing, but it was before the drama started, so there wasn't much to talk about, right? I didn't have anything that much that I was going to talk about, so this video I feel like I'm going to upload before that one, so it's going to be like backwards. See what I'm saying? Like what you're seeing right now is actually after what's already happened that you haven't seen yet, if that makes any sense at all. So basically, in this episode, I'm going to be talking a lot about the drama, taking a break from the drama, actually, and just kind of addressing some things and talking about some questions that haven't been answered yet. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get into this really juicy topic. I'm just going to be doing my thing, and you guys can just sit here, listen, and enjoy. So we do now have Blaze up in here. Here he is with his new mount. You guys actually haven't seen this yet, so in the last episode that isn't going to be up yet, obviously, I bought him this cool mount. I talked more about it in that episode, as you guys will see. But yeah, let's go ahead and start off by, I guess we're fighting these storm dudes all over again. Fun, 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 in the sun. Yeah, so, I don't know, let's just go ahead and hop right into this drama. So as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, this past week, a few days ago, I decided to make a cool video, okay? I made a video that was essentially the idea that I would make an account for all of us to share. Just a super fun, cool, and exciting account, alright? Just that's the idea there. So a fun and exciting account where I give out the password to you guys, and we all hop on. My community, my loving, loyal community, hops on and enjoys the game and plays Wizard101, and we all take turns leveling up the two characters I made, Natalie Battleheart and Jonathan Battleheart. I just made those two characters, and basically the idea was that you guys would just sign on at different times, and we would just, play the game, level up while maybe I'll be sleeping, and I'll wake up in the morning and the character is like a few levels higher. It was just a really fun idea, and I knew that the characters could be deleted or created, or even the password could be changed. I expected that my community, I didn't expect that my community would do that. And here's the catch, you guys. Here is the catch. So what ended up actually happening was there's this kid who I have never seen before, and this kid decides to come on the video, and he's like, oh, I changed the password really easy. And so basically what he did was he ruined the fun for every one of us. He changed the password, everybody tried to sign on, he deleted some characters or whatever and whatnot, and I was like, okay, that's really sucks, and then I called him a jerk or whatever in the next video, and he's like, I demand an apology, you called me many rude names. And I to be honest, I just couldn't believe that he was asking for an apology after what he did. Are you serious, dude? Like, that just doesn't seem right at all. He owes us, our Wizard101 community, an apology. And it turns out the next day, because of my sister doing a little bit of investigation work, she found out that he actually has a second account, and what he said was, or she found out that his second account was actually one of our supposed to be loyal subscribers. So this kid had another account, and he was commenting, man, I can't believe, he was commenting stuff like, I can't believe this kid ruined the fun for us. And it turned out it was actually him that did that. He was talking about himself. So he had two accounts. One of them was actually the mean account, and one of them he had it like a disguise, basically. And then just today he comments, well done, you guys cracked the code or whatever. And he says this, and he's also mentioning that he has multiple accounts, and so we'll never be able to trust anyone now. So basically it's got my sister and I like questioning everything that's ever happened. Can we trust anyone in this fan base? Can we trust anybody in the community? I know we have like at least 4 people that I actually trust because I've talked to them in person, I've messaged them, I've those kinds of things. So I know like those people I can trust, like the manager, obviously, Brandon. So we're all good in that sense, nice and safe. But I just can't make a public video giving out another password. That was a catastrophe. Maybe back when I had a smaller channel that would have been fine, but it's just not gonna be able to happen exactly. Okay, so yeah, we're hopping into a new battle here, and I guess I'll be continuing this conversation, the little thing. I had to take a break there real quick, but so this kid, now he's talking about how he has multiple accounts. We can't trust anyone. It's getting really juicy, blah blah blah. And this is like the most comments I've ever seen, like in a series of videos. You know, over the span of 4 days, we're getting like hundreds of comments, and that's pretty good. But now I'm starting to think, because there's a lot of new people in there, and I don't know who's who and who I can trust and all that stuff. So it's going to be difficult to hand select people that I can actually trust and put in there. But I don't know what this kid was thinking, you know. At the end of the day, he stole an account that has no membership. The character's literally level 2. It was like, you just did it to be a jerk. At the end of the day, that's what you did. It's not like the account was like a freaking exalted. Like, obviously everyone would try and steal that account. It makes sense. But, you know, at the end of the day though, dude, it's just... there was no point in doing that except to be a jerk. That was the bottom line. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't get it. You know, it doesn't make sense. So I don't know, because I'm making this video on September 17th, so I don't know if there's anything that's happened between the time this video actually gets uploaded and stuff. But I know that I'm also making another video today later at night, so that I can have a full day of comments to come in, and I'm gonna make a video addressing my subscribers' reactions to this kid. You know, and there's people saying like, oh, well, make sure you don't like bully the kid or whatever. And you know what, I haven't bullied the kid at all. I haven't. The bottom line is I called him a jerk, and that's about it. You know, other than that, I just said, like, he wants an apology. Well, guess what, he's not gonna get one. You know, he bullied me and the whole community by ruining our fun and changing a password on something that was supposed to be a community thing, you know what I mean? So it was just, you know, it was a really good idea, and a lot of you are just pissed off that, you know, it was such a fun idea and there has to be that one person that goes out there and ruins it. And then I wouldn't even be mad if it was just that kid. Like, okay, it's fine, you decided to be a jerk and ruin it, that's fine, whatever. But the thing that really ticked me off, the part that really, like, just hit me hard, you know, was the part that this kid, he had the audacity to have another account and comment stuff like, wow, what a jerk, that guy ruined the fun. Like, he called himself a jerk, for God's sake, you know what I mean? And oh, here's the manager, he's online. What's up, Brandon? Yeah, he had the audacity to fake it, you know what I mean? Like, he has multiple accounts that he's commenting with. Like, that's not, you know, that's just not cool. So it's like, at that point, it just, you know, that kind of ruins it. Like, you deserved whatever you get at this point. And look at Blake, dude, he's critical like the last 3 battles in a row. What a bad A, dude. Yeah, I just don't know, like, if this whole video is going to be about this whole situation. I don't know, it's really juicy stuff, but I felt like it was more relevant at this time than uploading the other episodes, so you guys got to skip ahead a little bit. And there's also a vlog I made too, about a week or so ago, before any of this happened. I was like, oh, there's nothing going on in my life. Well, times have changed, my friend. Times have changed. So yeah, oh man, of course Blake collects and Blaze doesn't. That always happens. Alright, I guess we're hopping back in there and battling those dudes all over again. Let's see. I know there's goblins in Avalon. Here he is, the man himself. He's not in his emo stage anymore, so that should be okay. Yeah, so he's been like all filled in on all this drama and good stuff, and I was actually gonna ask him, you know, I might have already asked him by the time this video was up, to make a video. He's like, sometimes he'll make a video for us, and I wanted him to make like a video for us addressing his opinion and input on what's going on with this whole situation, you know what I mean? But other than that, that might be, it might be coming to an end, getting diffused, and going back to what we used to be as Wizard101 Guides. Just the good old classic days of me. And if you guys are new to the channel, what I used to do is I used to do these Road 100 trans. I started all the way back in Wizard City. I didn't start talking until Marleybone, believe it or not. My episodes were just literally me playing, and there was nothing else involved, just me playing, that was it. So I guess you could say this is a little cool, a little mix up and blah blah blah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But what I would do is, when I started getting into the good topics, I think it was maybe around Dragonspire, Celestia, and Zafaria, I was starting to get into real controversial topics. I talked about a lot of controversy, and the subscribers loved it. They would go on there every day to watch and kind of not so much see what I'm doing, but more, it's not really a walkthrough anymore. It's more like people like to sit here and listen to me like it's a podcast or something. So Yeah, that's pretty sick. You know, Blake is just so set today. Look at him. He's doing so good. But yeah, it's just the controversy and the topics I talk about have been getting really interesting. That's why people come on here. But just like the past few episodes, I wasn't doing too well. I don't know what was going on there. But yeah, I think we have a lot to start talking about now. And hopefully with, you know, the community growing right now, it's a good stage to kick it off. You know what I mean? Let's see if this does any good damage. Alright, next round, they're all dead. All of you little weasels with earrings are all gonna be dead. All he does is hold like a little blue thing and just shoot snow at them. But yeah, he's pretty tough. I mean, yeah, he's set. I always hated that noise too. That. But yeah, we'll see what Brandon has to offer. Maybe he'll give us his input or something like that. Pretty sure all these dudes are dead. Maybe not. Maybe the next round after. But if they're not, we'll just use raw over here on Blaze's screen, so that'll kill him. Ah, dang, that dude lived. Okay, that sucks. Oh, they all lived. So next round they would have all been dead. Jeez. And for the next story here today, guys, we have a story from a huge YouTuber. His name is Big Doss TV. If you guys don't know him, he's got over like 2 million subscribers. Freaking huge YouTuber. Anyways, you guys, this is such a freaking massive story. Like, he literally tweeted the other day. Oh man, I messed up. I gotta start that over. I had it all good in my head and then I messed up. I just choked. But yeah, I'm like about to be scarce all of a sudden. Let's get Blaze in here real quick. Interesting. Okay, so there we go. That's all set here. So now we need to go talk to Pike Del Lago and Caliburn. Oh man, sorry, Brandon. Teleported, bad timing. So I guess I'll just leave Blaze there just in case, right? You're gonna get ran over. Stay off the road.
I'm not dead yet. You got the sound?
Pike, respond to me, man.
Oh, that defeat. He lives along the high road, but I'm not sure where.
Talk to some of the field gold.
He's a merchant.
Okay, maybe we're done with that section, I guess. What is this kid? What did Wolf Redblood say? You're gonna get ran over, stay off the road. Oh, I didn't respond that damn. Jeez, that was embarrassing. Lol. Alright, here we are up in here. Let's collect sacks of grain in the high road. Oh man, are you serious, dude? Like, I was just there. Why do they always make you do that? Like, after you leave a place, you go talk to a couple weasels and stuff, and now I have to go back into here and collect sacks of grain. I think this lazy mother trucker couldn't do it himself. He just stands there all day. And I have to awkwardly collect this and somehow talk at the same. Okay, so we collected those stupid sacks of grain, and okay, let's see what happens here. Perry Gilliam. Okay, that's a cool name. So yeah, back in the day, I used to make these videos, and I would not necessarily talk. Now I just kind of talk to the battles, which drags out the video length. But back then, I would just, you know, just quest and talk when I was walking to the next quest, kind of thing. So I would just really show a lot of stuff in a short amount of time. Now I show the same amount of time, but I show less stuff because I talk so friggin' much. You know what I mean? So it's just embarrassing. Kind of. There we are, lad. Let me guess, we're gonna fight red thorn badgers. Fire spitters spawn. Look, they go all the way back over there. Why is he so afraid of these little honey badgers, dude? They're not even scary. He could just look at him. He's got a freaking shield, sword. They have a shield and sword, but theirs is wooden and his is metal, so it's like he should be fine and dandy, right? You'd think so. So for walkthrough purposes, basically we're out here in this little dungeon area. Looks like we're gonna have to be doing 2 battles, and we're gonna hop in and do this little dungeon together. Look at these little cuties. So freaking adorable. Oh wow. Wow. That's basically how it always goes in these battles, is that Blaze is balance and Blake is ice. So as you guys know, ice is not the strongest in strength, you know, attacking, but they have the best health. So basically what we can do here is now Blaze has the ability to blade Blake. That was the most confusing. Blaze blades Blake. Yeah, Blaze puts a ton of blades on Blake, and Blake gets super powerful, and he has a lot of health, so he's just chilling in here. And basically, he just stacks up damage, and he does work, too. It's not like he's, like, average attacks. He does work, and especially these guys are all fire, so they are going to get demolished for sure. Sometimes Blaze can't always, Blake doesn't always get exactly enough power pips to make it even, so I just get usually 1 hit out of Blaze, just do a raw, weaken everybody down, and then Blake will come in there and finish him off. So yeah, it's kind of like a good strategy. It works out really well. I think balance and ice are just like such a good combo together. They really are, and you wouldn't really think of it on the daily, but it actually is a really good combo. I'm super proud of it. Okay, so just like I was talking about, here we go. Blaze put on his final blade. He actually has 1 more set of blades, the elemental ones for Blake, but this should do it. This is like game over, honestly. It's game over. Blake will just clutch, and that's all we need from him, honestly. All we do is just blade him up, and he hits, and he makes ice attacks strong. You know what I mean? Like for a little 475 hit Frost Giant, that's pretty freaking tough right there. He just does his work and he's done. It's like, GG guys. Blake battle hard, everyone. Look at this little doodle head. Okay, so this guy should be right around the corner. There he is. Sir Perry, the Gillian Knight, dude. You are too good. Now I have to fight these guys. But we're gonna go ahead and save that for the next video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this one. Hopefully it was interesting for you guys, and hopefully you come back for the next Road to 110 episode. We always have stuff to talk about. This week, obviously, you know what it was going to be, but next week is always going to be a surprise. So, you know, in the comments, if you have any controversial topics that you think I should bring up, go ahead and let me know, and we'll go ahead and do those. So, yeah, give this one a nice big thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Woo!